When I woke up, my phone screen was lit. 13 missed calls, all from Gu Beixiao. A female CEO eating lunch saw me squatting on the street doing fortune telling. Thinking I was too broke to eat, she ordered me food too. But I'm an outsider. I hate owing karma. So to repay her, I offered to read her fortune. After reading her face, I said straight up, "You grew up rich, born into wealth. Money's never been a problem. But you're shallow-hearted. Your parents died young, no blood siblings, you're an only child. But you've got a sister or sister figure you're close to, probably your parents' adopted daughter. Your wealth luck is strong, but everything else? Not so much. You'll face 4 major disasters in life, 2 down already. The first was when your parents died. They traded their lives for yours. The second was 3 years ago." I frowned slightly. Before I could continue, her assistant scoffed. "My boss is CEO of Lu Corporation. Everything you just said is online. You can't even scam properly. Terrible at your job. Copy-pasting info from the internet? That's just lazy. CEO Lu's third disaster is today, coming from the north. To avoid it, from the moment you leave this diner, head south, not north. Once you get home, don't leave again before midnight tonight." Right then, the restaurant owner brought food over. Hearing me, he asked, "Kid, you sound legit. How about you tell me when I'll get rich?" I asked back, "You sure you want a reading?" I pointed at my sign on the chair. 1,000 yuan. The owner immediately shook his head. "No way, no way. Too expensive. I can't afford that." 200? The fortune teller at the market charges 20-50 bucks. My shop doesn't even make 1,000 a day. The owner was just messing around earlier. He figured a young guy like me couldn't actually be legit. But when I seriously asked if he wanted a reading, he got curious and said, "All right." Someone asked, "You said CEO Lu has a disaster today. If she doesn't listen and goes north anyway, what'll happen?" I replied flatly, "Severe injury. Coma for nearly 2 years." Silence. The restaurant owner realized this wasn't a joke anymore and quickly headed back inside, pretending to be busy. Of the 3, the assistant was still in shock. I just focused on eating. I'd done a reading, paid for my meal, so I felt fine about it. But Lu Yan, the actual client, reacted way too calmly. Instead, she asked something random. "What's your name?" I swallowed and answered, "Wu Qian, Wu as in mouth sky." The assistant asked, "You from an ethnic minority? Which one?" I replied, "I joined Wufang Valley. My master gave me this name. I don't remember my old name anymore. My old name is part of the memories that were sealed away, so when I say I don't remember, I really don't." The assistant was curious where Wufang Valley was, and about to ask, but then Lu Yan's wheelchair moved. Out of reflex, the assistant stood up and realized the driver had already pulled the car over. Lu Yan was already heading to the car, so the assistant rushed after her. I watched as Lu Yan held the car door with one hand and the backseat with the other, while the assistant helped her from the wheelchair into the car. I sighed with regret. If I had enough spiritual energy to activate talismans, I might have been able to fix CEO Lu's legs. After the car started, the assistant said quickly, "CEO Lu, that guy's probably a scammer. I've never even heard of Wufang Valley. If he's really that skilled, he wouldn't be so broke he can't afford a meal." Luya didn't respond, just rubbed her temples and suddenly asked, "What's on the schedule this afternoon?" The assistant immediately dropped the casual tone and went back to work mode. "This afternoon, there's a meeting with R&D that needs you. And the old estate. Your grandfather called this morning saying you need to come for dinner tonight. An old family friend of the Lu's is visiting." The assistant suddenly realized, "No way, that's too much of a coincidence, right? Both the office and the estate are north. Push the meeting to tomorrow morning. Call the estate back. Tell them I'm not feeling well and won't make it tonight." After Lu Yan told the assistant, she told the driver to head straight home. "Take a right out of this alley." The car headed south. The assistant didn't dare say a word. A minute ago, he'd called the guy a scammer, and now CEO Lu suddenly canceled all afternoon plans to go home. From the diner to Lu Yan's villa was an hour's drive. The assistant didn't pull out his phone to scroll short videos until they'd entered the community. But the moment he opened the app, the hottest local news popped up. Major accident on Hongyang Road. If CEO Lu hadn't gone home, all 3 of them would have been stuck there. The more the assistant thought about it, the more chills ran up from his feet. He finally understood what real fear felt like. Now he desperately wanted to hug the guy's legs and apologize. He shouldn't have looked down on him or implied he was a scammer. After I finished eating, I sat back down with my sign in my usual spot. People came and went here, all construction workers. They'd walk past me, glance at my face, then see the sign, mutter "psycho," and walk off. As expected, another day with no customers. Around 9 p.m., the diner only had a few groups of workers drinking and chatting. When they got off work, I was here. When they came for late-night snacks, I was still here. A guy who'd worked at the site for over a year flagged down the owner and asked about me, why I was still out this late, what my deal was. The owner scratched his head. "No clue. He's been sitting there with that sign since morning. Says he tells fortunes. Seems broke. Earlier he read someone's fortune just to get lunch.